And the Quran says in Surah Hujurat, chapter 49, verse number 11 and 12, that let not one group of men laugh at the others. You may never know, the latter may be better than the former. Let not one group of women laugh at the other. You may never know, the latter may be better than the former. Do not call each other by nicknames. Don't be sarcastic to one another.
Avoid suspicion, for suspicion in some cases is a sin.
Do not spy on one another. Do not backbite. Do not call each other by nicknames. And do not slander behind their backs. Do not backbite. Are you ready to eat the dead meat of your brother? The Quran says that if you backbite, if you speak against somebody's back, it's as though you're eating the dead meat of your brother. And eating dead meat is prohibited in the Quran. Speaking bad about someone without proof, slandering him without proof, is prohibited in Islam. Slandering someone behind his back when he doesn't have an opportunity to clarify is double sin. Eating dead meat is a sin. Eating dead meat of your brother. The cannibals who eat meat, even they don't eat the meat of their own brother. So backbiting is as good as eating the dead meat of your brother. And Quran says, nay, you would abhor it. This backbiting and slandering in the garb of freedom of expression, hidden behind the term freedom of expression, you find it very prevalent throughout the Western world. People abusing each other, slandering each other, inverted commas, freedom of expression. The Quran says in Surah Humazah, chapter 104, verse number 1, وَيْلُلْ لِكُلِّ هُمَزَةٍ لُمَزَةٍ. Woe to every kind of scandal monger and backbiter. Furthermore, if you see in the Western world, we have people, especially the children, they don't respect the parents. It's more in the Western world as compared to the Eastern world. And nowadays, in the new era, you have special child abuse cells. For the Western world, in America and in other European countries, you can phone the police, the special child abuse cell, and you can even threaten your parents. If your parents scold you too much, you're giving rights to everyone. Rights are there in Islam. They've even given rights to children. The maximum is in Islam. But the Quran says, Llah taglu fi dinikum, in Surah Nisa, chapter 4, verse 171. Do not commit excesses in your religion. But natural children should be protected. But now, in the garb of protection, the children, they are threatening, they are blackmailing their parents. If they want something, and if the parents don't give, they can blackmail. You can even give fake calls, no problem. The police will come, may harass the parent, may not harass them, but there can be problems. Several places in the Quran says that you should respect your parents, several places. In Surah Luqman, chapter number 31, verse number 14, in Surah Ahqaf, chapter number 46, verse number 15, in Surah Anam, chapter 6, verse 151, several places. But specifically, it says in Surah Isra, chapter number 17, verse number 23 and 24, it says that after worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the next duty is respecting your parents. The Quran says in Surah Isra, chapter 17, verse 23 and 24, that Allah has ordained for you that you worship none but me, and that you be kind to your parents. And if any one of them, or both of them, reach old age, do not even say a word of contempt. Don't even say oof to them. You can't even say oof to them. But lower to them your wing of humility and address them with honor, and pray to the Lord that cherish them as they cherished me in childhood. Imagine, the Quran says, if any one or both of your parents reach old age, you cannot even say oof to them. In the Western world, you have the concept of old age home, where the parent gets old, put them into the old age home. There's no concept of old age home in Islam. Because the duty of the children and the relatives to look after the elderly people. They have to respect them. They have to love them. They have to behave with them with compassion. Unlike the Western world, which moment a child gets adult, the parents may have looked after the child, but moment he feels he can stand on his own 2 feet, then he shows his back to the parents.